Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience of being South African and giving birth to twins in China with no income. Yes, no income, and how everything unfolded for me. I think I gotta take it back. So let's start. I found out I was pregnant. So it was a planned pregnancy, and then I was planning to tell my family when we were all together, which was around December. But then before that could happen, my baby daddy got caught and went to jail. So that put me in it literally came out of nowhere, because I never thought this would be, he's this type of person basically. Anyway, then so I'm 2 months pregnant. I found out he's going to jail. My parents don't know. So I end up telling my parents not only that I'm pregnant, but that it's twins and the baby daddy's in jail. So that was a very stressful time, because I didn't have any income. Like I said, the baby daddy is now in jail, and I don't know when is he coming out. And then I only had this amount of time to make a decision whether I want to keep them or not. The only reason why it became the option was because, like I said, I didn't have any means to look after them. My family wasn't doing financially well. I wasn't making any money because I came to China as a student. I don't have a work visa, and it's a complicated situation. So, but I'm unable to work. If I work, it will literally I'll be working illegally. I could get caught at any time, and so on and so forth. So then I was in the stressful phase of whether I should keep them or not. My family was very supportive. They were like, don't worry, we will help you through it. So anyway, on and off stressful, I ended up keeping them because I couldn't make the decision to not keep them, because initially we planned it. Do you understand what I mean? So anyway, I just trusted God, and I'm gonna keep them. And his mother, my baby daddy's mother, was super supportive. She's like, whatever decision you make, I will help you through it. Even if you plan not to keep them, I will not blame you, because it's a very hard position to be in. So I said, okay. So just for a little context, the only income that was coming in was his mother's pension, which was 1,000 yuan a month. Not even, it would be 900 and something, less than 1,000 yuan every month. That's her pension. Then it would be, the rest would come from the baby daddy. He would work, he would make money, but there was no savings or anything, you know what I mean? And because I didn't because I made such an impulsive decision, we literally got together 2 months and then I'm pregnant. On my part, I know that's another story. But anyway, so I'm okay, we're gonna make it through. I helped my family and the father's mother's pension. I'm okay. Then I ended up going through with the pregnancy. All this time I stayed with his mom. His mom was looking after me. She cooked for me. Now all this time that I'm talking about, I'm depressed because of this situation. I'm well, how am I gonna be able to keep these kids alive? You know what I mean? I can't even look after myself. So she would cook for me. She wouldn't let me do anything. I was literally so depressed. I would just stay at home in the dark room. I'll just wake up to wash, eat, and back to the room, and I'll watch like YouTube videos and whatever. So finally, after watching many videos actually, I came across Ekotali, and then I learned to meditate, and that's how I came out of my depression. And so like from 2 months to, I would say about 5-6 months, that is when I came out of depression. Like 5-6 months pregnant, that's when I came out of depression. Then I started like getting more hopeful. I had more faith, you know what I mean? But still, no income. There was the only like income that was coming in, like I told you. So my family would help. They would send me like food and stuff. They would buy me things to eat because I'm pregnant, and his mother would cook for me, make sure I ate everything, take me for checkups. Even though I didn't have money, there was one checkup. So like, you know, like where you see how the baby looks, you have like a 3D, I don't know if it's called 3D, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I couldn't afford it, so we ended up not doing that. So yeah, bye. So I ended up not doing that, and in the moment I felt so like, I literally cried in the hospital. But anyway, it wasn't like a need, because yeah, anyway. Then so for months, my whole pregnancy, that's how we like operated. Then for the last month of so at 38 weeks, I decided to come stay by my mom's house, because where I was staying by his mom, there's no lift, and it's 7 floors up, so it would be difficult for me to like come up and down. And while I was pregnant, I wasn't like leaving the house. It was cold. It was during that time. It was cold. It was winter. So I wasn't like going up and down. I would only come to my mom's house for like birthdays, or go out for dinner, family all together. So for the last month, I ended up coming to my mother's house to stay, so that if anything, like if I go into labor or anything, I can, you know, there's a lift, it's easier. It's easy to find a taxi to a hospital, whatever. Then comes, so I'm 38 weeks pregnant, and I'm supposed to go for my checkup. I didn't go for my checkup because we didn't have money. His mother isn't about to get paid until the 10th. So this was like around, I would say it was like the 1st of May. Yeah, like 1st of May. We were like planning, okay, how to do, mind you, we don't even have money to like, to give birth, basically. To like go to the hospital or give birth, whatever, nothing. His mother was like asking around family to borrow money and stuff. No one was like trying to help. So then around the 1st of May, we're like thinking, okay, we don't have money for my checkup. So my checkup was due that, I think around that time, but I didn't go because we didn't have money for the checkup. Then during that time, my family started having like dreams. So my older sister, my younger sister, and I had a dream. My older sister didn't really speak to me about it or anything. Like they had the dreams, but they like spoke to family, whatever. It was only like my younger sister told me about it. So they basically had dreams of me like losing the boys, either one or like both. The dream I had was I was like sitting, I think it was at a restaurant, and then I just feel like I'm like wet or whatever. Then I get up, I pull down my pants, and I just see blood with like one baby. I know it's very like, but anyway, now I'm the type of person where I have a plan, but if the plan like tend to switch or anything. I'm not like, no, I must have it this way. You know what I mean? So my sister, because she had a dream and whatever, she's like, Amina, you must go and get your checkup. I had a dream and whatever. My mom was also telling me, like, you don't have money, it's fine, I'll first give you the money. At first I was like, no, it's fine. When the already gets paid on the 10th, we will go for the checkup. And she's like, no, you go. So this was like about the 6th of May, like the 5th of May, basically. Yeah, the 5th of May. And she's telling me, okay, tomorrow is Monday, you go get your checkup. And we were like discussing, okay, if we get a checkup, maybe they will force me to like get a C-section because of like it's twins and whatever. And I don't really want to go. I don't want it to be like a what do you call it? Basically, have me pushed to get like a C-section before my time, basically. So my due date was around like the 17th of May. Yeah, I feel like 2 weeks after I gave birth was my due date. So the next day we decided, okay, we listen to my sister. I'm like, okay. My sister gives me money. I go for my checkup. Everything is fine, but the position, one was like laying like this way, and then one was laying with like the bum towards the bottom. So one was laying like across, and the other one was laying with the bum towards, you know what I mean? Like it's unlikely if they're laying in that position that I will be able to push naturally. So I go for my checkup, everything is fine, and then they're like, because of the position that they were in, it was very dangerous for me. So they said, why don't you have like a C-section on the 7th. So natural birth wasn't even like an option because of the position that they were in. Then, so we planned, we're like, okay, so for the next day, the 7th, I'm gonna have my C-section. So I tell my family I needed extra money for another checkup. I think for ultrasound or something. It was another checkup. I needed money. I didn't have money. I asked my sister. She sent the money. So basically, in the day, she sent me about like 800 yuan. Then, so I phoned my family. I'm like, okay, everything's fine, but they suggest that we do it tomorrow because they're in such a dangerous like position. You know what I mean? So we're like, okay, that was the plan. Then comes, so while I'm like doing my checkups, whatever, for some reason, I don't know, I can't remember what the hell. Oh yeah, yes. What the hell, my mind just went blank. So they're like, okay, so if you're gonna do it tomorrow, why don't you check in today? So you stay at the hospital today, we do it early in the morning tomorrow. So we're like, okay. And mind you, I still don't have money for like the delivery and whatever. So in my mind, all this time, this is happening. I have in my mind that I don't have money, whatever. But I'm like trusting in God. I was praying like these those like basically the whole month, whatever. I was praying. I was like listening to worship. I was just praying and asking God for like literally for divine intervention, because basically I'm unable to, you know what I mean? My family didn't have money, and I didn't want to put more stress on them, so I'm like, no, it's fine, we will find a way, we'll find a way. So then while I'm like checking in and whatever, on the day of the 6th, so this is the 6th morning, I'm doing my checkups, I'm finding out that okay, we're gonna have the C-section on the next day, on the 7th of May. A phone call comes through. So all this time that I'm pregnant, I don't know when my baby date is coming out. We get a call. Yeah, it was on the 5th. No, on the 6th. It wasn't. Yes, on the 6th. So I went on the 6th of May to get my checkup and everything. That's when they found out, okay, on the 7th we're gonna have our C-section. I know I'm all over the place. Then in the morning, I'm still at the hospital, I'm getting my checkups or whatever. we get a phone call. So his mother gets a phone call, and they're like, okay, your son will come out on the 12th of May. So that was 6 days after I gave birth. Okay, so his mother is relieved. I don't know how to feel. I'm like, I feel a little bit like relieved, like, okay, at least we know, and he's coming out this month. He will at least get to, like, you know, see his kids and whatever. Then, but I'm still like stressed. We don't have money for the delivery, whatever. Then after that, his mother feels a little bit relieved. She phones the family, says, hey, my son is coming out, excuse me, on the 12th of May. Can you guys please help? Amina they're planning to do the C-section on tomorrow on the 7th. Can you please like come together and please find a way, and we'll make sure that we pay back. Then my baby daddy's aunt, Gugu, I think it's his aunt, yeah, on his family side. So basically my baby daddy's father's sister. Yeah, she's the one that came through with the money. I ended up going to like literally the most cheapest hospital, but it wasn't like, actually I'm grateful that I ended up going there, because on the other like hospitals were like always full. There was like long lines and stuff like that, and they're more expensive. Then this one here was like the cheapest one. Not everyone goes there, I think, because like so cheap and whatever, but like there wasn't long waiting lines. The place was clean. You understand what I mean? Like, I actually am really grateful that I went to that place, and I wouldn't have went there if like we had like money and whatever. So she comes through, she says, okay, here's the money, I'm gonna borrow you guys the money. We're like so grateful, so relieved. So I'm checking in because I'm staying there the night for the next day to get my C-section. Then it literally takes all day. So they ask you like for a passport and everything, because I'm foreign. I'm not like Chinese, I can't just like give my ID and whatever. It's like a whole thing. So we're checking in, it literally took the whole day. So around, what was it? I'd say around 5-6 o'clock it's done. Like, and mind you, I went to the hospital like just when it opened 8 o'clock in the morning, and we only like got done and like everything checked in whatever at around 6 p.m. Then we're checking in, and then the woman says, we want to do like put like monitors on your stomach just to see if it, like to monitor the babies. I'm like, okay. And she's like, did you eat? I'm like, no, I didn't. And then she's like, okay, go eat. Of course I can eat because I'm not like going to do my C-section today, I'm doing it the next day. So she's like, okay, go and eat. When you're done, come downstairs, I'll put monitors on your stomach to check, to keep like an eye basically on the babies. Like, okay. So I ended up eating. A few friends of his came, and we spoke a little, and we like planning, okay, we're going to fetch him because he's coming out on the 12th and whatever. We're telling them like when is he coming out and whatever. They came to the hospital. Then while we're talking, I literally got lots of time. I even forgot that I had to go downstairs. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, oh yeah, I must go downstairs. I must go downstairs to like, you know, put the monitors on and whatever. Then they left. Then I go downstairs, put on the monitors. I'm sitting in the chair with like, it's like a elastic band with like a round thing. I literally don't know what's it called. So I have two on because I have twins. So I'm sitting there, I'm checking and whatever. Then this is like around now, about past 7 o'clock. I think around 7 o'clock. I'm like sitting with the monitors on and whatever, and I'm trying to like film with like, you know, to keep some memories, whatever. That time I wasn't like filming like on YouTube, whatever. I was just like filming for myself. Then the nurse says, are you having contractions? I'm like, I first said no because I wasn't feeling anything. The only thing I was feeling was my stomach going tight. I didn't have any pain. Like in my mind I was waiting for like pain at the bottom, like, you know, by your pelvic area. I was waiting for like tightness and pain and like out of breath. Like that is like my, like, I don't know what I thought it would be like. And I thought like, or maybe, of course I was having a C-section, so I knew that maybe like my water wouldn't break or anything, but like I thought I would, like, you know, that would be like my experience. But she was like, she's asked me, are you having contractions? Actually no, she asked me, 你疼吗? So that basically like Chinese asking like, are you in pain? And I'm like, no, I'm not in pain. And she's like, but I see you having contractions and it's so close. Like so close, like apart, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, no, the only thing I'm feeling is like my stomach going tight. And then like literally for 2 seconds, and then it goes fine again. And then shortly after it goes tight again. Like in my mind, I didn't think that was contractions. I thought I'm gonna be in pain and I'm gonna be sweating and I'm gonna be out of breath and I'm gonna need someone to hold me and press my lower back and things like that. But no, none of that happened. So then she's like, oh no, for the safety of the babies, I feel like it's best if you have a C-section tonight because your contractions are so close and whatever. But I'm like, then in my mind I'm like, no, can I just keep it for like the 7th? Like we planned on the 7th because my life path number is the 7th. I like 7. It's like just spiritually, I just like that number. Then she's like, no, you can't do that for the safety of the babies and whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Then I quickly phoned my mom and them. I'm like, Ma, please bring the bag that I packed to stay in the hospital because they were going to bring it early in the morning. And I'm like, okay, bring the stuff. They were out. I think they went out to eat or whatever. And I'm phoning them. I'm like, Ma, the babies are going to come today. Whatever, like bring the stuff quickly, whatever. So they quickly like went home, fetched the stuff. And then they, you know what, I actually want to do a video of like my family talking about like their side, like their POV, their point of view of like finding out the news and everything. But anyway, that'll be another video. Then they quickly, right after I phoned them, like in a few minutes, I think less than 30 minutes, they were there with the bag, whatever. As soon as they like, and then while I was waiting for them to come, they put on a drip for me. I don't know what the drip was for, I can't remember, but yeah, they put the drip on. And so then my family then walks in with the bag and stuff, and I'm literally like about to walk into like the room where I'm gonna get the C-section. They come, the nurse takes out a few like clothes and stuff, like not clothes, they're clothes. She took out clothes and blankets and nappies and stuff like that they would need for after they like get cleaned up, what they're gonna dress them in. Then she sorted it out, looked through the bag, sorted it out. She asked me, do I have like a kettle that you can like set the temperature? It was like this whole like, she's trying to explain like the name. I couldn't really understand what it was. So she was trying to explain to me what the kettle was called and whatever. And I'm like thinking, no, I don't have that. But mind you, their father, my baby daddy actually bought it. And I have one like at home, whatever. But at the time I couldn't understand like, okay, what she was talking about. Then I ended up like understanding what she was trying to say, like what type of kettle she wanted us to buy and have, because in China the formula, you mix it at 45, in 45 Celsius. At 45 you mix the formula. If it's hotter than that, it will actually like kill all like the nutrients and stuff like that in the formula. At that time we didn't know that. I grew up when I was looking after my brother and sister. When I made them milk, it used to be on boiling water. So yeah, that was a very like learning experience. Also, something I learned. So then I go into the study room. Now, in the study room in China, no one is allowed to come with you. The only person that can come with you is maybe like their father, and you have to pay. So he wasn't there. So I went in the room. They asked me to like undress fully. I undressed and I was laying there. So I was literally laying on the thing naked. Then they like put this like, I didn't even have like a big green thing over me. Or maybe there was. I can't remember. But it wasn't like how you see like the American people like do it, like you see like this huge big green thing over them. Yes, there was something covering me because I couldn't see. Like I only had my head up like this and I couldn't like look down or whatever. Then I had my arms like this. I'm not sure if I had a drip or something, but I had like things attached to me and like the thing that clips on your finger and whatever. And then before I had to like lay down straight, I was like turned over. Let me show you, like to put the epidural in. So I had to like scrub like this, laying down, and then they put it in. And then while it goes in, like the sensation, it wasn't very sore. I just felt like it went in, and then I felt like I don't know, like fluid like going straight into like my body, like very quickly. Like, and then I went like that. So that was the. I'm trying to be very I'm trying to give you all the details because I couldn't film. So when that was done, the epidural put in, then I was just laying there. And then they started. And then I couldn't feel anything. They like touched my body, whatever. I could feel they touching me, but I couldn't like feel any pain or anything. So the cutting, like even when they were cutting, I could feel that like it feels like this, but there's no pain. It feels like you're cutting, but no pain. And then the state of being that I was in just so much gratitude because I felt like God really came through for me. Like honestly, I didn't have any like worries, I didn't have any fears. I didn't even have once like thought that I would die or anything, like you have like all these fears and stuff, like oh something goes wrong, or maybe the baby doesn't make it through, or maybe I don't make it through, whatever. I literally had zero, like it didn't even come across my mind. I was just in so much gratitude, like I was in so much peace and gratitude. I was like the whole time I was saying thank you, like even now saying it, like my body's like chills. I was just like thank you God all the way. And I can literally say like I was in bliss basically. And then my family was waiting outside. Then, and mind you, while I'm doing this, I don't know if it's a girl or boy. So in my mind, because in China, you're not allowed to have like a gender reveal or anything. You only know once you give birth. That was quite a bummer because I really wanted to like do a whole gender reveal, like with the cake and stuff. And it's twins, it would have been so exciting and whatever. But anyway, so in my mind, I was like, you know what? Like clothes and things, I was preparing for a girl and a boy because I felt like, okay, that's what I want, manifestation, put things out in existence and whatever. But funny enough, when I was pregnant, the names and stuff, were only boys. I never got any girl names. So there was a sign. And then, so the cutting, the baby, they pull the baby out. So the first baby they pulled out was Isaiah. I'm not gonna say time and whatever, but they pulled him out, and I think they were cleaning him, and he started crying. And when he started crying, I started crying. It was just like this connection, and I just felt like, oh, you don't understand, like bliss, and you are crying, and just like all these emotions, and you just feel like this connection to your child. So he was crying. They didn't really cry much actually. He was crying, and then they brought him to me. So I just like turned my head like this, and I saw this. Like when I saw him, I just literally thought like, this is the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. Like literally, that was my first thought. I'm like, why he's so beautiful and so precious. That's what I thought. Then they said, it's a boy. The first one is a boy. They said that. Then, they take him away. I guess they gave him to my family that was waiting outside. I think I should put like the clip of them like getting the babies. Like that's the only clip that they could film from their side. I'll put it in for you guys. Then number 2 came out. I feel like number 2, they were both very big babies. So number 2 came out, not like super big, but like for twins, they were big and they didn't need like a incubator or anything. They literally came out the same month as they due date, basically. And I was super, super grateful. So like literally I didn't have like any complaints because I felt like God really like blessed me in so many ways, especially me not having no income and whatever, and the situation that I was going through. I was literally like, when that day I was in so much gratitude, you will not understand. Like I can't even explain to you. I wish like what I felt, I wish I could like let you feel that. But anyway, number 2 comes out and I could like feel them like pulling him out. So I just felt like pull, but like no pain, 0 pain. I had like no pain, but whatever they are doing, I could feel. The baby comes out and then no one says anything. No one says, if it's a girl or boy. I only when they took him to the room and my family was talking and whatever, okay, it's 2 boys. I don't know, for some reason no one like said, I don't know. But anyway, I was like fine. Like when I heard it's 2 boys, I didn't have any like I wasn't in disappointment or anything. Like I told you, I was like in so much gratitude to God. I was just thanking God the whole time. I was like, thank you, because literally he literally came through. He came through. The fact that I had dreams and stuff like that, losing the babies, I didn't have any income, they came out perfectly healthy. In the beginning of my pregnancy, I was anemic. I had iron deficiency, and I was like worried that they would come out like that. Nothing. They literally perfect health. Like the health was fine. Absolutely nothing wrong. And for twins, that is very, very rare. Very rare. Like even before they gave birth and stuff, my friends, like my family and their friends, were like, oh, they would stress about this because they're like, oh, twins usually come out early, they need to go in the incubator, we don't have money for that, whatever. But I promise you, God came through, and I cannot express the gratitude I felt and the appreciation. Like guys, if you'll take anything away from this video, just know that God is real. God is real, and he is for you. He is not against you. Like give your problems to God. Like take your situations that you can't control and give it to God, and I promise you, like surrender, let go of control. God will come through. So anyway, I get stitched up. Like it's very quick. I feel like it took like less than 30 minutes for this whole like procedure. Then I come out, and then my body like started shaking, I guess from like the epidural or whatever, the drip and stuff. My body started shaking. I still didn't feel anything. I couldn't move. So I think for like 2 days, 1 or 2 days, I couldn't move. I had to like just lay there because of course like I had no feeling. I couldn't like move my legs or whatever. I was just laying there. Then they pushed me to the room. And then I couldn't even hold my babies. Like I saw them, they were showing me, my family was showing me the babies, whatever. But I just had to lay there. So I didn't like have like that first touch or whatever. The first touch that I had was Isaiah, because they showed me, and then they brought him to my face to like touch my face. For Bowen, they didn't do that. And then yeah, my mom and my family was helping with the babies. I'm so grateful for them, because I literally couldn't do anything. I was just laying in the bed. Like even my pee, I had to like put in a pipe. I couldn't go to the toilet. Yeah, and then I had like this, you can say like almost like a corset, but it's not so tight like a corset. It's like a little more stretchable. I had that on my stomach, and like a bandage over the scar, and then I had a corset on. My stomach was still like quite big, not like super big. Like when I was pregnant, it went down a little, but I still don't think I was pregnant. I looked like I was pregnant with 1 baby. Then yeah, that was my experience. I can go on. I think I should do a part 2 because this video is quite long. So if you guys want a part 2, I'll tell you guys of my experience of like the pain afterwards, how I managed, what was my experience at the hospital, how many days I stayed there. I know a lot of people, I posted like a short video on Facebook, and a lot of people had like opinions about it. I feel like I can answer some questions on that video. Like a lot of people had opinions because they're like, oh my gosh, like why don't you get up and do it for yourself? And like they just had a lot of opinions about it. So I think I should do a part 2. So it was my experience of a South African mom giving birth to twins in China with no income. Yeah. So in part 2 I will talk all about that, and if you have any questions also leave them down below. I'll put that all together in the video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like understood what I was saying. I don't know if I left out anything. If I did, I will put it in part 2. Yeah, but it was very, very interesting, very stressful, very interesting, yet very, very, I don't know, like very blessed experience. That's how I can describe it. Very, very blessed experience. My connection to God has definitely deepened so much because of that experience alone. My 2 little boys. So yeah, the boys, they're gonna wake up from the nap. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was interesting, or maybe if you can relate to it, and you guys tell me down below, what was your experience? What was your birth experience? What are things that are maybe different, or that maybe shocked you from the experience that I had? Make sure you comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.
坐电梯上楼下，哎，挺胖啊。上楼下。哎呦，look like the father. Two boys. 现在小姑娘你，哎呦天哪，咱男孩可胖了，身上净肉啊。哎呀，上来。2个男孩，哎呀我的妈呀！哎呀我的天哪！哎呀，长得漂亮啊！哎呀，大宝贝，这不是？哎呀，宝宝 please， 哎hold on。哎呀，大宝真乖呀！哎呦，快了点。hold on。哎，被拿来没？拿来了吧？拿来了哈。哎呀，还打哈欠呢。有我眼睛是不是？哎，哪个是这个大哈？不是，这是我的。这个是这出去，他那怎么有写着？吃了。My babies is 2 boys. Oh my word！ 哎呀妈呀！
Ellen，
哎呦我的妈！
Isaiah。
得养钱了，得钱娶媳妇儿了。
哎呦我的天哪！
你两个男孩
哎呦我天哪！
哎呦，
让我抱抱吧。
，Where's my baby？
哎呦我，你拿着，背，
我眼睛就是
哎，
哎呦，
背，
妈咪，你上厕所让我方便了，
把背拿出来，
对，
底下，你冷。
黄眼睛，那头黄眼睛，妈咪有灯。
I want to tie
你看瞧这头就黑。
给啥给吧？
这是really？
really？哎呀，小宝宝你挺大呀，你都溜进来了。
真的了，这是 open。
给我黑大。Please let me hold it. Please let me hold it. Please let me hold it.
哎呀，像吗？
This one is bigger. It's a bigger one.
Please let me
哎呀，
hold
黄
it.
眼睛。
那头等坐这头。
哎呦我的天哪！